just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Don't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah, strumming on the old banjo and singing beat-by, fiddly-I-O, beat-by, fiddly-I-O, beat-by, fiddly-I-O, strumming on the old banjo.
This is a typical train you might see today. But once upon a time, back when your great-grandparents were your age, in fact, a train you would see looked more like this. It was called a steam locomotive. The name comes from them being powered by steam, which is heated from water in a boiler. The water was heated by a fire in the firebox, which required a burnable material. Such materials would range from wood, coal, to oil. Sadly, these locomotives were very labor intensive, so by the 1950s, they would all be replaced by diesels, which the railroads found a lot cheaper and more maintenance friendly. But you can still see some steam locomotives today, in museums and on tourist railroads. If you ever have an opportunity to see one of these machines operating for yourself, take it. It's an experience you'll never forget.
by the light of the silvery moon. I want to spoon to my honey our crew loves to honeymoon. Keep shining in June. Your silvery wings will bring love's dreams. We'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon. By the light, not the dark but the light
of the silvery moon.
not the sun but the moon.
I want to spoon
I want to spoon
to my honey our crew
loves to
honeymoon.
not the sun but the moon.
Keep us shining in June.
Not May but June.
Your silvery beams will bring love's dreams. We'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon.
Here is an example of a tourist railroad where you can see steam locomotives operating today. It is called the Strasburg Railroad. Located in the town of the same name in Pennsylvania, it is also the oldest operating railroad of the United States of America, having first opened in 1832. They currently operate 4 different steam locomotives, and almost every day they're open, you're guaranteed to see at least one of them in action. It's located only an hour west of Philadelphia, and is a railroad you don't want to pass up a chance on visiting.
So, you little penguin, got any more of those penguin jokes? They crack me up so much, I could break the ice myself. Speaking of breaks...
Most real trains run on rails that are 4 feet 8.5 inches apart from each other, which is known as standard gauge. But this isn't the only gauge around. Raw gauge would define any gauge wider than the standard. And narrow gauge defines, well, any gauge narrower. One such example is 36-inch or 3-foot gauge. This is one of the most popular narrow gauges in North America and many tourist railroads you can visit today. The most famous railroad that used 3-foot gauge is the Denver Railroad Western, being a railroad based out of Colorado. They used it a lot to navigate the Rocky Mountains. Another example is 24-inch or 2-foot gauge. Not as common as 3-foot gauge, but you can also find tourist railroads that use this gauge as well today. Many narrow gauge railroads go through some of the most beautiful scenery you can find.
She was born one morning on a San Juan summer back in 1881. She was a beautiful daughter of the D&RG, and she weighed about 1,000 tons. Well, it's a 45-mile through the Animas Canyon, so they set her on the narrow gauge. She drank a whole lot of water and she ate a lot of coal, and they called her the Silverton. Well, now listen to the whistle and the rockwood cut on the high line of Silverton town. And you're gonna get a shiver when you check out the river, which is 400 feet straight down. Take on some water at the needle through tank, and then struggle up a 2-5 grade. And by the time you get your hide past the snow shed slide, you head right on to Silverton. the station early in the morning. There's a whole lot of people in line, and they all got a ticket on a train to yesterday, and it's gonna leave on time. Well, it's a 45-mile up the Animas Canyon, so they run her on the narrow gauge. She takes a whole lot of water and she needs a lot of coal, and they call her the Silverton.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home, home on the range,
Where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard
a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Where the bright diamond sand flows leisurely down the street, where the graceful white swan goes gliding along like a maid in a heavenly dream.
home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Not every toy train runs on electricity. Some run on batteries, and some simply get pushed by hands. Some, however, run on steam, just like the ones we talked about. This is what people in the hobby call live steam, and they function very similarly to their real-life counterparts. The only real difference is the size and the type of fuel they burn. Some do burn coal, some burn special oils. Despite not being as big, some people can still ride them too. If you ever seen a small blue steam locomotive that has a face on it, you likely saw Thomas the Tank Engine. This children's icon has left a huge impact on the hobby of railroading. Many toy trains are modeled after him and the other characters in this show. And rare museums, like the Strasburg Railroad we just mentioned, have special events where an engine dressed up like him runs to attract kids and their families. Without this talking blue train, who's to say where the hobby would be today?
Oh no!
From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, from the green and growing mountain to the south belt by the shore, she's mighty tall and handsome, known quite well by all. She's the regular combination, she's a Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar, as she glides along the woodland, to the hill and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Well, the eastern states are dandy, so the western people say. St. Louis to Chicago, Rock Island by the way. From the hills of Minnesota, where the rippling waters fall, no chances can be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar, as she glides along the woodland, to the hill and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Now here's to Daddy Claxton, may his name forever stand, and may be remembered in the courts throughout the land. When his earthly race is over, let the curtains round him fall. We'll carry him home to victory on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar, as she glides along the woodland, to the hill and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball.
Cars 921, track 6, 924, track 2, 911, track 7, 913, track 9, Southern 920, track 11, hold. Reporting car number 965, rear truck box running hot. Switch to track 6 for inspection. If not okay, drop car and proceed according to previous orders.
Oh no!